Good evening, friends. In this video lecture, I will talk about the calculation of ATP in aerobic respiration. So, in this video lecture, we will discuss about the calculation of ATP in aerobic respiration. We know very well in case of the aerobic respiration, there is the production of 38 ATP takes place, while in case of the anaerobic respiration, the less number of ATP generally producing. Less number means only 2 ATP. Now look at about the this is the PPT. With the help of this PPT, you can understand your concept. Before this concept, I will write here during aerobic respiration. So during aerobic respiration, we know very well there is the four different steps involved. Aerobic respiration involves four different steps. It involves how many steps? Four different steps. Step number first, that is glycolysis, which is common for all. Glycolysis is common for all, either may be aerobic or anaerobic. Both means common. This glycolysis is common for both. Second is the oxidative decarboxylation. Oxidative decarboxylation. Oxidative decarboxylation, or this is also called the transition reaction. Oxidative decarboxylation. And third is the also important, which is known as the Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle. This is the third one. And one more also, fourth, which is known as the ETS, electron transport system, or ETC, electron transport chain. If you'll see, so during aerobic respiration, four steps involves glycolysis, oxidative decarboxylation, Krebs cycle, and electron transport system, in which we are getting how many moles of ATP? Total 38 ATP during aerobic respiration. While in case of the anaerobic respiration, we are getting only the 2 ATP molecules. It may be alcoholic fermentation or lactic acid fermentation. So anaerobic respiration, we get only the how many moles of ATP? I told already, only you will get the 2 ATP. So you will get only 2 ATP molecules. This is the overall steps which involves. I am going to discuss about the calculation. Is calculation how many ATP came? I told already total 38, but how it came? Which steps means what product forms which will convert into the ATP, and where is the direct ATP form, that is called substrate level phosphorylation. So now firstly we will see the slide. After that we will go for the detail. Okay, so you can see the slide. This is the source, that means steps. Carbon flow, how many carbons is moving? Molecule reduced coenzyme produced means NADH and FADH. They are talking about NADH and FADH. And here substrate level phosphorylation means directly how many moles of ATP we are getting directly. And here net molecules made by the oxidative phosphorylation. That means when this molecules reduce coenzyme, how many ATP is going to produce? It have given here. Okay, now, and last is the total, means in particular steps how many ATP we are getting, here they have given. And if you'll see in the last, that means last horizontal ray or a period, you can say this is the period. In last period you can see total, so total 6 carbon is going to form, and how many ATP is going to form? 38 ATP. Okay, so different steps they have given the different reaction. Just look at glycolysis. Here formation of the 2 NADH takes place and 2 ATP forms. So total in glycolysis 8 ATP forms. In case of the, I told already, that is oxidative decarboxylation or transition reaction, in this pyruvate and acetyl CoA, there is the formation of 2 NADH molecules, which is also forms the 6 ATP molecules. Then Krebs cycle. This Krebs cycle also important because they form the 6 NADH and 2 FADH, means, and 2 ATP direct through the substrate level phosphorylation, means direct ATP formation takes place, So in this way, Krebs cycle producing too much energy. 2 ATP directly is going to produce, and 18 ATP from NADH, 6 NADH, and 4 ATP from the 2-FADH. So total 24 ATP we are getting from the Krebs cycle. In this way, if you calculate, so here 34 ATP we are getting from the NADH and FADH, 4 ATP getting from the substrate level phosphorylation, and total 38 ATP getting. Okay, this is the slide it have given, but how it came, just look it, I'm writing here. In glycolysis, you have to see in glycolysis how many NADH is going to form. 2 NADH is going to form. 2 NADH in glycolysis, and plus 2 ATP also forms. 2 ATP also form, that is through the substrate level phosphorylation. This is also known as the substrate level phosphorylation. So substrate level phosphorylation. Next, during the glycolysis, second one is the oxidative decarboxylation. Oxidative decarboxylation. Oxidative decarboxylation. In oxidative decarboxylation, only 2 NADH produced, so 2 NADH formed. Okay, the glycolysis first, and the second is the oxidative decarboxylation. Third is the Krebs cycle, which is the too much important. Krebs cycle always takes place in mitochondria, and it is the site of aerobic respiration, because we are discussing here about aerobic respiration. So Krebs cycle. In Krebs cycle, 6 NADH is going to form, and 2 FADH produces, and 2 ZTP. 2 ZTP, this is also formed through the substrate level phosphorylation, but rather than ATP, it is the form in form of ZTP. This is also a type of ATP formed through the substrate level phosphorylation. Okay, now this I have given. Comes here, look at very important points. What it have given. In case of this, okay, yes, now look at here. This is the glycolysis, how many ATPs, but here clear cut concept, that is NADH. One NADH molecules, they are going to produce the 3 ATP. How it produce, you have to know the concept. NADH is the raw material. These NADH molecules enters into the electron transport system. Through the electron transport system, electron transport to the oxygen molecules, this is going to formation of the water molecules, and these electrons and protons, it is going to utilize for the production of ATP molecules, where one phenomenon happened, which is known as the chemiosmotic hypothesis. Okay, so in this way it is going to formation of ATP. So NADH, one NADH form the 3 ATP. So total how many NADH we have? We have the total 10 NADH. 10 NADH. So 10 ADH means 30 ATP we got. And FADH, so 2 FADH molecules we have. And you have to learn one more important point. One FADH molecules means each FADH molecules produces 2 ATP. Each FADH means one FADH molecules produces 2 ATP. In this way you can say, so total 2 FADH molecules, 2 FADH molecules is going to produce the how many ATP? It will produce the 4 ATP. It will produce the 4 ATP. So total, if you see, so total how many happen? How many ATP molecules? Look at here, I'm writing here. So total how many? 30 plus 4. 30 plus 4 plus 2 ATP from the glycolysis plus 2 ATP in the form of ZTP from Krebs cycle. So total how many ATP we are getting? 38 ATP, which here they have given. How many ATP? 38 ATP. In this way, during the cellular respiration, aerobic cellular respiration, or simply you can say aerobic respiration, we are getting 38 ATP, in which NADH and FADH2 is act as a raw material. I told aerobic respiration in steps involves 4 steps, in which ETS play very important role, because if you have two NADH molecules, when these NADH molecules, it will not enter into the electron transport system. It have no capability to produce the ATP. Without entering, it can't produce the ATP. When this NADH molecules enters, they produce their electron for the oxidative. That means this will go and produce the water molecules, and proton molecules. They move from the transmembrane, means you can say intermembrane space, and they will move again, come back into the matrix, and through the chemiosmotic hypothesis, they are going to produce the ATP molecules. So in this way, electron transport system is the hub of ATP. But mitochondria means Krebs, that Krebs cycle also play important role, because Krebs cycle providing the raw material to formation of ATP. Okay. So in this way, this is the story about the calculation of ATP in different steps. Okay. Thank you everyone.